I've always felt different. I've always seen things, but when I tried to express them as a child, I was always told to ignore it.
There were people that I didn't know that came to me and said, I had this message that I keep getting that I have to deliver to you.
All of a sudden, out of the shadows, a homeless man just jumped right in front of me. And he said, I'm a soul just like you.
I love it.
I wanted to understand the universe and who and what we are and what are we doing here.
We're all part of this amazing soul wave tapping into each other.
This was a major life changer.
You are a light. You have helped me a ton. Thank you.
You've given me the courage to live more from my soul.
Millions of people are awakening. So wake up with Michele Meiche, the place to hear the best-selling authors and experts in the fields of cutting-edge self-help, personal growth, metaphysics, and spirituality. The soul path of awakening. Understand what living awake is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Great to connect with everyone here. Hello in the chat, Sacred Space of Empowerment. Also, really the people that help ground the program, Center and Ground Awakenings. And they're my co-pilots and also sound engineers. Hello. I'm on my iPad because I'm traveling. So I'm not in my home studio. And so I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. I see you. Great to have you here. Those listening by phone, hello. Hello, everyone listening by the internet and later on in the archives. You are in our hearts and minds. If you did have a question or a comment or you wanted a reading, that number is 347-539-5122, 347-539-5122, and press 1 on your keypad. If you are listening by phone and you don't press 1 on the keypad, then I'll just kind of figure that you're just listening. Okay, so please press 1 on the keypad if you want to get in a queue to get on air. Sounds good. Thank you, Tammy. Hey, Tammy, White Keller Lily, Athena. Hello, everyone in the chat. Big hug to all of you. So I'm going to be diving in. I want to get to a couple things. I've had a very interesting last 24 hours as we almost had to evacuate from Topanga, because some car was being chased by the police, and it was letting sparks off, and it caught fire on the hillside, and I was in the shower when my neighbor came over, was banging. I had music on from YouTube. I thought it was drums in the background. I'm like, what is it, drums? Or who's banging on my door? What's going on? And then I opened and saw all the smoke, but all is good. Yeah, Tammy, right? My goodness, yeah. So all is fine so far, so we'll see. And I had to use my neighbor's Wi-Fi for to work with clients yesterday. Later on in the evening, I was able to still do my work. Just show up, I love it, just in the middle of everything. But then I slept soundly, like a little babe in the woods, very peaceful and calm after all of that nervous system stuff going on, nerve-wracking stuff going on. So such is the world, right? That is where things, we're all kind of at the precipice and just really have to go with the flow of what is. I always think situations like that remind me of that. Go with the flow of what is, and you always have help. You always have someone around to help. There's always someone there. So we're going to be getting to readings. That number is 347-539-5122, and press 1 on your keypad if you wanted to get a reading or say, hey. We'll be getting to that. Also want to let everyone know my Patreon is up and running. You can go to Patreon /Michele Meiche or Soul Awakening with Michele Meiche. We have our first meeting this Saturday for the Soul Path Journey with Michele. Those people that are wanting to do that. So that's something available to everyone. And the Tarot course, it's a 12-week course that starts next Saturday. So if you're interested in that, you can email me or look at soulplayground.life in the events workshops section. And of course, thanking everyone for connecting with me also on YouTube. I'm loving your comments and stories, your soul stories, what you're all sharing with what you're all going through. So I really wanted to dive in a bit today. I'm going to share a little bit, then I'm going to get to callers to readings. And again, press 1 on the keypad if you wanted to get on air live. If you have a question or a comment or feedback, or you want a reading. And I've been really tuning into this world crisis, which means choice point. We're at a crisis point where there is this quantum level of healing. All the wave particulates, waveforms are coming together, are being shifted, are being changed. And of course, that's, hi Haley, I can't get in the chat, so hi everyone in the chat. It lets me type but not send. So I can read what I write to myself. So I know a lot. I'm going to look at the numerology to look at the soul path for each person particularly and what is being highlighted at this time. Now, if in numerology, if you are, let's say somebody is a 63-9, okay, that's natally, and then this year or next, they come in as a 27-9, okay, their energy pattern for that year. It will show what's missing, what you need to be working on, why what's happening to you is happening to you, and what is the focus for you on a soul level, okay? So a lot of people are moving through this karmic completion where you're really completing your karmic duties or responsibilities, your learning lessons, okay, of the past, or your responsibility, right? Karma has to do with Saturn, so it's very much about your responsibility. Ooh, White Calla Lily, 12-12. Love it. Just saw 12-12. But then some of you you're having karmic culminations, which I would say you're moving out of that realm. There's always cause and effect. But the idea of having to burn off the karma, the idea of having to make up for something, it's just a different reality, different way of living and being that we're moving in through this world crisis, this change. It's really a change in consciousness and the focus of life and living to be more from the soul level and less from the ego or egoic or human, only the human level. So in a way, it's like a huge mastermind into the universal mind where there is a lot of testing and tempering right now. There is a lot up. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of chaos. But from that chaos and confusion comes new order and creativity. So there are a lot of openings, a lot of opportunities, especially if you're coming more from the soul level. And it's, in a way, that's saying make hay while the hay lasts. You know, it's like plant your seeds. Be open. Look for your openings. Feel your openings. Connect more into the body. We're going to be talking about all of this because the body wisdom needs to really be leading the way. I've been talking about this on my Patreon people that are journeying with me there, is that tuning into that body wisdom, that instinctual wisdom as an access point. So in a way, we're going back to how it used to be millennia ago, right? Years ago, eons ago, other dimensionally, other lifetimes, other universes, where literally our body was, and it still is, we just haven't been using it this way, as a divining rod, as you hear me always talk about your inner GPS, your compass. You know, some people talk about the North Star. But it's reclaiming the energy of the body and recalibrating it. It has to happen. Because what's happening right now is you're going to see there are people that are, and nobody's wrong or right. It's just where you fit in. What feels best for your soul? What resonates more for your soul? What feels more in resonance? Which means when something's in resonance, it hits a positive chord, a positive note within you, right? We eat something and, oh, God, that hit the spot. That's just wonderful. We hear a song or a piece of music or something someone says. It hits a chord within us. We feel it in our body. That is the next level. You have to be able to connect in to the subtle energy through the body. So it's about not going unconscious, not dimming our light, not dumbing down, not numbing out by distractions or addictions, whatever the addiction is, whatever it is that you do to numb out, that has to begin to stop, to cease. And that your body will tell you, are you in a situation that isn't safe, isn't right for you, or you've outgrown. But see, we try to fix things in the mind, right? We try to make it happen in the mind, or I'll just wait this long, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. No, not if we're to claim our instinctual awareness to become more intuitive, more psychic, and more telepathic. You have to learn to connect back into the, have the body be this, you will, divine life, right? This pendulum. We are this pendulum, this human, spiritual, galactic pendulum. So understanding that and using that aspect of our being connects us more to our vibrational frequency. We always hear that saying, vibes don't lie. They don't, because it's beyond the mind. That's why when I got those quantum key codes, some of you did the teleworkshops with me on the quantum key codes, that's what the oversouls were saying. We're going to be bypassing, using sound, tone, numbers, okay, mathematical configuration. That way the information houses the vibrational frequency. Because our mind is still in 3D. Our mind is still caught up in dualistic thinking. Raise your hand, everyone. How many of you have been working with your mind? Like recognizing the polarity, the duality, the polar opposites of why do I do this when I really want to do this? Why am I doing this that's not so healthy when I really want to create, or I want to live more, expansive, or I want more freedom, but I keep taking on these things that cause me to feel restricted and aren't really in alignment. So we're seeing this flow, okay? And so what's going to be now is through the year and then out through, some of you are already experiencing it. Certain people, certain situations you will not experience. You don't have to be experiencing certain things if you follow what is more vibrationally sound for you, what is vibrationally attuned to you. You will have those circumstances and connect to those people more and more that are more of a vibrational match for you. It's always been this way, but we haven't lived fully this way because the experiment of Earth here had a lot to do with this human mind and living out the idea of separation, separated from source, not separated out or extended out, but separated from the other. We've worked a lot on separation, isolation, us and them. My way is better than your way. My group is better. The red group's better than the blue group. The blue group's better than the red. All of this, right? And it's been very low level. It's a lower harmonic. It's almost like, think of children. When children are blocks, those little rings, that they like little donuts, plastic rings. They put in, to understand spatial learning, and so they'll know. Oh, these are blue rings. These are red. Oh, these are yellow rings. But we need to get to the point where they're all just rings. All lives matter. They're just rings. Everything matters. Everything's important. Everything and everyone. So the more that you can get out of the denser level of the extremes of the polarity plane, the more peace, calm you're going to have, the more you're going to be connected to your internal timing, your inner rhythm, which means connecting into the higher self, the more expanded aspect of your consciousness, which connects you to the soul. Okay, your soul self or higher self is always directing what's in the template or blueprint. Really, it's not a template. The blueprint of your soul, your original purpose. It's always acting from that place and space and time. So we're going to dive in and look at the numerology and see where you're at right now. That call-in number is 347-539-5122, 539-5122 and press 1 on the keypad if you want to get on air. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Hello, welcome. You're on air.
Hi, this is Jasmine.
Jenny?
Jasmine.
Jamie.
Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine. Okay. You have a connection. Okay. I know I was getting nailed out of that, but okay. Hey, welcome. Jasmine. Thank you, Kim.
So my question is, what can I do at this time to support my son's spiritual journey? He's been having mental health problems, and I just want to be there for him. He's been kind of distant with me, and so I just want to know what I can do.
Well, the first thing, and I want to get your birthday to look at the numerology, but I do feel like part of your path is even if you don't understand somebody else's path, to see the sacredness of it, which I know you do, but also to be that bystander, to be looking at what is unfolding for this person. How are they finding their way? And so in a way, I feel like that space that he's wanting is part of your path to have that space. You're needing to have this space. You're needing to understand it or learn how to be in the space with not having, in a way, to help. The space is actually going to help, and you observing is also going to be helping. Do you see what I'm saying? It's different for you. So what is your birthday? Let's look at the. Yeah, that will help in power.
It's August 29, 1984.
Okay, let's look at the cycle you're in now. You just went into a new cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, new pathway right now. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like you've been a lot like a giver, a doer.
Yeah. Yep.
Does that make sense? Yeah, and so you're really having to learn.
I feel like right now I have to rest a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I've been feeling a lot lately. So I've been doing that.
Yeah. See. Oh, this is a very. Oh. Okay. You're one of the ones I was talking about earlier. So this is. So you come in as a 14-5, which has a lot to do with like two pathways. Always 2 choices, 2 pathways. Also could be very creative. There's a lot to do with the voice or speaking, vocalizing, sharing your insights, your understanding. But this year you move into a 14-5. Now the difference is it's by a 77. Yeah, so you have, wow, you're right. You do have to rest more this year, take time out. But what you're also going to be learning, Jasmine, is that you're guided by spirit. You're guided by your spiritual nature and the synchronicities in your life. And it's actually going to be quite a lucky year for you. There's a lot that's going to be revealed. Well, when I say year, I mean between now and your birthday. I'm looking at, that's really our numerology. It's from our birth date to birth date. But what you're getting this cycle, what you'll be getting, is to see the spiritual nature in everything and everyone and how they're being helped. See, you're naturally going towards spirit, or you called into the show, you want to get help. Your son is playing out the polar opposite. See, we attract in our life the polar opposite to either show us another way or where we were or where we are now or where we need to go. But sometimes when we don't integrate, see, if you don't, this is your time now to integrate just letting somebody be. Like, okay, I did as much as I could. I can't do anymore. I'm focusing on me. Otherwise, you will always attract either many people or just people that are close to you, like in family situations, that reflect the opposite pole. In other words, they won't do the spiritual. They won't get help. They won't connect into their higher self. They won't eat better. It's like somebody that eats unhealthy all the time. I've seen this happen a lot of times with parents, and then they attract a kid that only wants junk food, or the junk food. I've seen it reverse too, where they eat all this junk food, and then the kid is like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like sugar. I like oranges. See, always we're trying to get balance in our life. You know, the soul always wants. This whole life is based on this reflection, this mirroring. And once we get out of the extremes of polarity, then we begin not only to live in projection where everything is mirrored, but then we have perception to really see. So what's going to help you is see how your son has his own higher self. You can only do so much. What you can tell him is, I trust you to get the help you need to empower you. I see your light. I see you're amazing. It's up to you what you want to do, because you have the capability within you. But we all need help. I need help. I don't get help. And then let it go. And then let it go. Otherwise, he's going to carry that extreme polarity and resist you and fight you.
You're so right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
Yep.
It'll shift.
I do.
Once you let go, once you stop holding on to that one side and you move over more in the middle, where you could be on, you could be on both sides. I can help or not help. I can see you, connected to your path. Your higher self is in there, or I can help. And either way, but if you stay stuck in one end of the polarity, it will keep the situation stuck.
Okay. Oh, that was so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm sorry you're going through this, but it's such a timely question for what so many people are going through. That's why this whole us and them and this and that, this person and that person, whatever they are, whatever political, it's because people are staying so stuck on either end of polarity, only about my way. I'm having my own way, my volition. I'm doing it this way. This is how I believe. And until we can just let go of that more, just a little bit, there won't be the balancing. So get your rest up and focus on you and the self-care and the nurturing, because you've done a lot already for him. And just pass the baton to him. I see you can do it. You're empowered. We all need help. You need help. I trust that you'll make the right decision to help yourself. Boom.
Okay. Thank you.
Freak him out, Jasmine. Freak him out.
Okay. All right.
All right. Take good care. Okay. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Let's see. It's hard to get. Okay, here we go. Hello. Welcome to Awakenings. You're on air. Hello?
Hello?
Oops. Yep. Hi, you're on air. Thanks, Tammy. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Yes. Hello, you're
Michelle?
on air.
Michelle?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Oh, good. Okay. Hello?
Yes? Hi, it's Sadie.
Hey, Sadie.
I was just calling in to get a little reading from you on all your perspectives and things going on. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's look at this. Okay, so give us your birth date so we can get your cycle here.
July 30th, 1981.
Okay. Figure it out. So we'll look at the cycle you're in now. Oh, my gosh. 7:30, you're in. Oh, my God. Similar to Jasmine, you're in a 77-14-5. Oh, my gosh. That's interesting. What a synchronicity. Jasmine, are you still listening? Oh, wow. Okay. So everything that I said, letting go and not holding on. Oh, my God. That's so amazing. I don't think that's ever happened. Wow. So definitely you're in coming up to a new pathway. So you're having to make a choice. You're at a crisis point, which crises in Latin meaning choice points. So people talk about healing crisis or crisis of a situation. That's when things get to the pinnacle. But we have to realize, oh, the crisis is now. That's when we have to either get in or get out or make that decision. It's like in healing, a healing crisis. Everything comes together because I have to do something now. And similar to Jasmine, the caller before you, it's letting go of what you've been holding, that polarity, that personality, that one aspect of your personality, that one way of believing and seeing things and doing things. You have to let go of, because it's creating the opposite. I'm so glad you guys called in. This is so important for right now, because what people are going to see in the new paradigm is how we create our reality like this. We create our reality not only by what we're expecting, but the position that we hold. The position that we hold in life and what we believe about it or what we think we have to do, we hold in place. And I'll give an example. I had a few years ago this studio for some of the work that I was doing, and one of my neighbors had a really bad, it's always a lot of bad experience with the people that own the property. They're this, they're that. If you want to leave, you have to do 3 months before, let them know, da-da-da-da. It's expensive. It was expensive to get into because a lot of people were trying to get it. And I just remember at that time, instead of agreeing with her, I listened to her and I could feel it. I told myself I don't want to have that experience of reality, and I got soft within my body. I didn't hold any polarity. I didn't hold I'm going to have a happy experience. I just let it go, and I went, okay, it doesn't have to be this way, and I ended up having a wonderful experience with them, and there was even some electrical work, and one of my devices got broken because of the work the electricians were doing. It surged, and my Apple TV got broke, and so they were offered, okay, I'm going to pay this. They did try a couple little sneaky, little less, aware things or conscious things with me, but I didn't get into the fight. I didn't get into the resistance. I handled it differently. So this is really important for you right now, Sadie, because first of all, usually the 14-5, there's some kind of move or change or going in a new direction. And it's deemed by the soul. In other words, wherever I'm at, whomever I'm with, whatever I'm doing, it's not serving anymore. It's less, there's more dissonance and resonance. It's less life-enhancing. But it's a time that opens you up to your creativity, to be creative. Also, 14-5 is about you. It's about your self-esteem, your how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, because you begin to learn that how you view yourself and see yourself is what creates your reality. Okay,
right.
So normally at 11-2. So there is a lot to do in the natal energy for you with home, family, but creativity, being spontaneous, children, also investments, maybe even real estate or having investments, maybe working in partnership with someone. You're good at collaborating or partnership or assisting, helping people out, helping people with a bigger vision. I think that's all that kind of energy is going to be more harnessed, because I feel like with the 77-14-5, you're going to be opening up more to your spirit, yourself as a spiritual being, spirit and form with the soul, and following your, I would say, spirit-inspired creativity, like flashes of insight, or, oh, I had this idea and I'm going to do this, or I had this dream. So you're really opening up more to and probably even more to the close of the year, where you're opening up, there it is, 16-7, that's what I thought. Yeah, probably around November, you can expect a bigger shift of your thinking, your perception. You'll understand why you're where you are and why things happened, or happening. There's going to be a lot happening. But also I feel your creativity, your art, there's something that you're going to want to be moving more forward on and thinking about, your life and lifestyle. And so it is a form of expansion. But your spirit, spirituality, spiritual practice, communing with spirit, communing with nature, spirit through nature is all going to be important for you. So I feel like what's happening for you, World Crisis, the opportunity, it's like you can't go on anymore as you are. And it's the cycle, your personal cycle is also support, like you have to forge your own way now that's more soul aligned. And opening to support. The more you open to support, receiving support is a form of self-love. When we allow people to support us and help us, we're saying, I'm worth it. What's that hair care commercial? I'm worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other
Thank
question?
you.
Anything resonating or?
Yeah, no, it's all making sense to me. All of that.
It's just so interesting, too, because our previous caller was all about trying to help or make things happen in a certain way, and it's like just to let that go. Because sometimes you have to let people go or situations. You have to just say, look, I went as far as I could. Now it's about me. You have to let – how could I say this? It's like holding like a tennis net. What do you call it? Tennis net or whatever kind of net, and one person's holding one pole and one person's holding the other. And what happens if you're holding that pole and you both lean back? The net gets tight, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to put that net away, if you want a different game, one of you has to let go of that pole. Otherwise, you can't take the net down if you're both holding it. So sometimes you just have to let it go. Just let it all go and forge your own route to realign with what is your truth, your highest vibrational experience and expression, your North Star. We just have to let it go to change the game. So someone could say, we need to change the net. It's broken, or it's got a big tear in it. But if both people or it could be a person in a situation, if we're holding on, there's no change can happen. We have to let go to have change.
Right.
All right. I'm glad you called in.
Thank you. Okay.
You're so welcome. Bye. I love that. It's so true. We do have to let go to allow change. You probably all have some experiences of this. Hello. Welcome. You're on Awakenings. You're on air.
Hi, Michelle. This is Cindy. I called to get some info on my numerology.
Yay, Cindy. Okay, let's dive in. Loving this. Okay, what's your birthday?
5/18/64.
Okay, let's see what's happening. Let's look at the... Okay. Where you're at now. Ooh, changes. So ending a cycle, moving on. You might feel, well, for one thing, not only the outer world has changed a lot, but your personal. If it hasn't, it's going to be. You might even find that you think that your circle of people is shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
Might seem that it's less. Let's see here. And natally, you're 43.7. Okay, it's because you're moving to 63.9. So you're wrapping things up. There could be patterns, beliefs, ideas, situations that don't quite fit in anymore, or certain people that you're seeing, I don't know if I can deal with this anymore, or you love them or you want to be close to them, but maybe not as much, or you're somehow the boundaries are changing. In a way, what I hear for you is the world crisis, the chaos, is for you about finding your place. And I heard this phrase, finding your place in the sun. So when we're in the sun, we feel, is that right? Okay, we feel revitalized. We feel Sometimes we can take a nap in the sun. You know, it's also the sun rays are on us. It's where we can shine. We feel, So this cycle for you, this transit, and how the opportunity is in all the chaos and the confusion, you can release some of the shoulds and have-tos to focus more on what it is you really need to do and what it is you really want to do. And Cindy, this is for you as well as other people. There is a difference between what we need to do, what we have to, and what we just want to do or feel we need to do or we need to do to move forward. Sometimes it's releasing that and then you begin to see, okay, I can prioritize this differently. Like I've had so many projects things going on that I've told myself, okay, this week for this student you're going to bring it, research this or do this or upload this. And then the other stuff you don't have to worry about, move it over. Because we've been taught to kind of get everything done, you know, or leave it to the last minute or I got to get everything organized. So I feel for you there's a releasing of that. Whatever's like too restrictive or constricting of you, what's too restrictive or constrictive, even if it's obligations. And I feel that's for so many people that are online right now. There's a lot to what is really your obligation or responsibility. There's a rewiring of that, a reworking of that to rewire the brain. You know, like, okay, let it go. You know, you don't always have to be the one that opens the door for someone. They can open it for you. Or because sometimes you just don't stand there holding it, you just go through. That could be okay. That doesn't mean you're a mean person. So I feel for you there's a lot of this evaluation, reevaluation that's coming up because you're preparing for bigger changes within, I would say, next year and a half. That there's huge change coming in and you're feeling it already, and so you're preparing. You may find yourself even in a new environment is what I'm hearing.
All right.
And does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, it supports this path. You come in really on this mystical path. You've got quite a strain of the mysticism within you.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you paint, by the way?
No.
Paint or draw?
I've tried painting.
I
can draw stick figures. I can draw stick figures, and that's about it.
Okay, are you into art? There's something about some kind of art. Maybe for one of the other callers, I feel like there's something you're going to do. It's abstract, though, or you're ordering something online, or you see something out and about. It's a success. It's like three, unless you have it now. I feel like it's paneled. It's paneled art, but there's these. I don't know. It looks like it's abstract, but it's vertical. There's these, and it's beautiful. It's very peaceful. It almost looks like an abstract of like Georgia O'Keeffe. It's an abstract of some kind of landscape art.
That sounds
so I don't know. I feel like, I almost feel like you're going to be redoing your place, or you're moving to a new place. There's new art. There's something new coming in around your environment that's supporting your mind, or supporting where you want to go or where you want to live. It's like, until I get there, this reminds me of this place. This reminds me, or you're going to go someplace, maybe you bring art back, and it's like, oh, this reminds me of being there. But it's quite lovely. Quite lovely.
Well, thank you.
You're so welcome. Any other questions or comments?
Oh, no, not today.
Let's see. Okay, Cindy.
Thanks so much.
Athena says in the chat, one more look. Cindy, Athena in the chat is saying she should try to paint. I did not realize I had the gift. Can't see in the chat until you tried. That's true. I've done some sketching. It was quite amazing. People really loved it. I loved it. It took me like, 10 tries to get one thing, but still. Maybe that's a message to you, Cindy. Maybe open up to paint, even if it's abstract, something with a landscape or art. I feel like there's this part that wants to come through you, something that connects you to nature and your spirit.
I'll give it a try.
Art.
And report back.
Okay, cool. Yes, good. Report back. I love it. Okay, take good care.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, if you have a question or comment or would like a reading, please press 1 on your keypad, and that number again is 347-539-5122. I'm trying to press this one. There we go. So 347-539-5122. Oh, art journaling, maybe Cindy, art journaling. Hello, welcome to the program. You're on air.
Hi, I think it's me. Is it me?
It's you. It's you.
Hi, Michelle. It's Kathy. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Kathy. Yay. Kathy from in the chat. Hello, Kathy. Welcome. I can't type in the chat. It's so... Huh?
Say it again. Say it again.
No, I can't type in the chat, so I can't say hi to everybody. But yeah,
I heard you in the beginning. I saw you on there initially, and I was like, "Oh, she must have got kicked off." But no, I wasn't going to call in, and I was just going to listen. But then I heard you say something about numerology, so I was like, "Okay, let me call in."
Yeah, well, let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Yes.
And let me say, new callers, if you had a question or a comment, press 1 on your keypad. Okay, Kathy, what's your birthday? We'll tune in.
My birthday is May 11th, 1981.
Okay. See what's going on now. That was so interesting how we had 2 of the similar. They called in right back to back.
Yeah, I heard that. That was really cool.
Yeah, 5611-2. Okay, so that's interesting. So I'm getting a lot of you are builders, or you're helping to create something or build something. I'm getting that with you also, that this is about, you might be focusing like home, finance, kind of creating your empire, like where do I want to live? How do I want to live? It could be a lot to do also with work, career work, and how that fits in. What are you going to do? There could be changes in there. Relationships also will be highlighted. So this kind of world crisis, the opportunity for you in a huge way is about thinking differently. You're changing, you're greatly changing your mindset. I don't know if you're experiencing that already, but you're greatly changing what you think is possible.
Yes. I realized over this time how held back I've been mentally. Yes.
See, so this is really the hopes, dreams, wishes, dare to dream, like everything is up in the air. Might as well look and see, where's my little opening? Where's that little hole there, in the cosmic landscape to go through? So yes, this is probably it's a 2.5 to 3 year cycle for you, where you're going to see how I'm freeing up more and more. I'm doing this now. I tried this. What it is that you did come in 35 age with a kind of a lot of responsibility and obligation. And
God, that's the story of my life.
Okay, but guess what? It doesn't have to be anymore, because here's the thing. That's what grounded you and kind of gave you a reason for your existence. That was like the role that you played, that you found yourself always in. I'm going to show up. I'm the responsible one. I have all these obligations. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of you. However, there's something more on a creative. I definitely see you starting to delegate more. That's one thing I really see, Kathy. And I do feel that not only delegating more, but there's something about working with small groups, or could be corporate nonprofits or something. There's advocacy. There's some kind of help. But
oh, my God.
What is that?
There you go with that advocacy again.
Yeah? Do you do that?
You tell me that every single time.
Oh.
Yes.
I think it's going to free you up. I'm not sure what you're doing now, but it feels like you still have a lot of weighty responsibilities. And I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for what is, but see, you're having to change your mindset. So you're in the process of changing your mindset to draw this situation in, this opportunity in. See, that's we're in a huge mind shift, which I just did a meditation on my Patreon about mind shift for everyone. The mind shift of the collective and those that are hearing it, because, you know, again, I say you don't have to have the rude awakening. You can, you know, this level of awakening, you can just see what's going on. We're having to shift not only our mind or how we use our mind, but being able to bypass the mind, the lower surface mind, because it plays out in duality. That's what it's meant to do. But we'll be retraining the mind, how we use the mind. And that's where you're at. You're in this whole mind shift, where you're having to recognize, oh, I think this, and then I thought that, and this belief, understanding how to use your mind differently to draw in different experiences for you, different opportunities. And so all this crisis and chaos it's like it's threw a little wrench through something in your life that made things kind of wobbly and unsettled so that you could stop and go, oh, let's look at this differently. Okay, let's see this differently. So it's kind of like that British term, the wobble. Everyone's having a bit of a wobble. There's a lot of wobbly energy. But when we wobble, then we find something. You know, how many times do people walk their dog and they go, oh, I didn't even see that on the ground. You know, or that's why I look everywhere. I have found money on the ground, $20, $40, $65, $80. Just bills laying in the side of the street. Right. My boyfriend at the time was like, how did you find? I go, because I look everywhere. I look around. And so, and some guy was sitting there, he didn't even see it. Some homeless guy. So I know it wasn't his. He was sitting there for the longest time, like, I don't know, well, it was like 8 feet. It was far, but if you looked, because it was in the street. So I feel that's what's going on for you. You're getting to, you're shifting, this mindset is shifting so that it can hold the frequency of what's coming in, the expansion.
Okay, that makes sense. And actually, believe it or not, that correlates to a lot of your picker card readings that I've done on your channel. Yes. Yes, it says the same thing. So that lets me know even more so, even though the readings, they resonate, but that lets me know even more that's a confirmation. So, yeah.
I love hearing that. I had a reading with somebody yesterday that does my videos, and they're like, oh, I wasn't going to get a personal reading because they've been so spot on. Now, I don't remember what day or which reading. I gave her the personal reading, and she's like, oh, my God, that's what you said in the YouTube reading. Oh, that's what's happened. Oh, my God, you're confirming. I got to believe it now. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. And I'm like, okay. And I said, you obviously are a good broadcaster and transmitter because you're getting all the confirmations, everything, and it's everything that you're working on, you know, or wishing for or putting into place. See, that's what I mean, you guys. Once we understand how to live like this every single day, doing no matter what, you know. I mean, yesterday the Wi-Fi went down because of the evacuation, you know, the fire, or we didn't have to evacuate, but everything fell into place. My neighbor comes out and says, oh, you can use my Wi-Fi. So I sat outside to do my session, and it was just so nice and peaceful. One of them was a hypnotherapy session, so I brought all the nature sounds. The helicopters probably weren't so relaxing. The nature sounds were the birds. That was like, But it all somehow it worked out because I'm like, oh, God, what am I going to do? You know, I'm up in the mountains. You know, it's a long walk down. So once we all start living more and more like this, this is going to become more and more our reality. Everyone, we have to remember this. How you live consistently is what becomes your reality, not hit or miss. Like you can be angry, depressed, upset, all the human emotions, everything, all the human spectrum of experience. But it's your mindset. I'll bounce back. Someone will be there. Or I'm shifting, so someone else is going to be there. How we start seeing the world on a consistent basis is what we start creating individually, and then that leaks out to others. We find others that are similar, they find us, and then those beliefs become stronger and stronger in the etheric, the resonant fields where we all co-create our reality.
Right.
But I hate to say, we all co-created what we have now. So that's the bad news. But the good news is we can uncreate it. We can create something else. But we have to own up to it. Like, okay, I'm going to have a different vision in my life. I'm going to live out these other principles. And then as more and more people do, you see the other fall away. So you're in this huge, Kathy, cycle right now with this. Like your mindset, your beliefs, huge right now.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a lot of
so
situations you're going to get a lot of situations that also confirm this and show you, okay, what's the new response that I need to have? What's the new behavior, new idea?
I was just about to say, I am so grateful for you and, like, my daughter and, people that are a little bit closer to me or that are around me. Because literally my daughter will say things to me, like she was trying to show me, and I was a bit more like, I have to get it perfect. It has to be like this. It has to be. And she's like, Mom, just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be right. You just have to have fun. Like, things like that. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I do that. You know what I mean? So, so she helps me, too, to realize certain things. Like, oh, it kind of, like, snapped me out of it. So, confirmation after confirmation.
And you know what's great, Kathy? Thank you. But what's great is your conscious mothering allowed her to be in that space and empowered her to share her wisdom. So it's both, She's able to share her wisdom because you made it possible, safe, and to listen. And then now she gets validated like, oh, you have good ideas too. You have wisdom, so that's beautiful. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I love hearing that.
So thank you so much, Michele. So appreciate you. So much. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you too. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
We got another reading. So again, if you have a question or comment, 347-539-5122. Press 1 on your keypad to get on air. Hello, welcome to Awakenings. You're on air.
Hi, Michele. This is Jen. How are you?
Hey, Jen. Doing great. How are you?
Good. Just checking in. I haven't called in a little bit, so I just wanted to see if you can pick up anything. Currently debating whether, with my job and finances, I just completed my 6-month with a new company, and we had talked about renegotiating the contracts. I just wanted to see if you see anything with that.
Okay, let's look. Okay, give me your birthday. We'll look at tuning in through the numerology. Psychic gets in there too, but let's look at the cycle you're in. What's your birthday, please?
Sure, my birthday is June 9, 86.
June 9, 1986. And someone had put, we have all these birthday, a lot of them are spring, summer.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, and you said June 9th, right?
June 9th, yep, 86.
Okay, let's see. Now, did you say you just got another job, or because it shows new jobs or new, there could be a new direction. Something, a new idea. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. So I haven't been there long. It's a new career for me. So I got into some interior design at first, and then now I'm doing project management with interior designers. I'm not designing myself, but it's a small company, and they kind of wanted to test it out. So I just wanted to see if there's more growth there, or if I should, be asking. Because with everything going on, I'm hesitant. Do I ask for a raise? I'm grateful to have a job, but that was
no, because I feel like you're meant to do something in addition to. I feel like you being more around creatives, the interior design, is somehow going to be inspiring you to do something else on your own, maybe even with them. Because you come in as very creative. See, you're one of the ones also, you're completing a lot karmically. So this is about you opening up to more soul expression, more self-expression, creativity, your ideas. It could be you end up writing a blog for them or uploading pictures, of furnishings, or even designing, like, okay, here's how a sacred sanctuary looks. There's something about you with design or decor, whether you're doing it on your own and you have this certain flair or eye that catches on. I don't know if you're doing window display or is there a showroom and display? Because I do see, like, I see you moving stuff around. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now, I was with my previous employer, but right now I'm doing more like managing the designers because they do custom furniture, so I'm managing the project. So not too involved in the design aspect of it anymore, but I'm still part of it, like making sure that it's correct.
You're making sure that it's correct. But, okay, is there, because I'm seeing something online, are there, like, pictures online, like a catalog kind of thing? Or because I feel like you're going to be taking that over.
Okay.
Like uploading pictures. Maybe it's on the website, or maybe, I don't know. I do feel there's growth potential, but I feel like the direction kind of that your soul's wanting to go in, the managing is fine, but it's like there's something you have to say or write. It may be you're just writing copy, or they're uploading stuff, or they said, oh gosh, we'd like to do or there's a meeting and they're like, oh, we'd like to do what newsletter or something that goes out, or people, can click here to buy these items. It feels more online, but I feel like for you, it's going to, it's not right. Well, starting now. And there might be a year and a half year cycle. There may be something. It's not that you're designing. It's almost like a curator or collector.
Okay.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, it feels like maybe they're doing a photo shoot and you're the one saying, bring that piece in or bring that. It reminds me of catalogs where you see something and then you click on it, whether it's furniture or clothing. It's like, oh, I like this top. And then they have down below, that's on page 6 or something, and then you can buy the cloth there too. Yeah, okay. So I feel like you're just at the tip of some kind of shift or change that gets you, well, first of all, you confirmed it's new, because I feel like this is a new job, new position, new direction of something I haven't done before. Right. But I feel like it's going to spark something in you to either develop something on your own, or you start doing it for them, which means there would be, maybe not in the beginning, additional pay, but down the road, like, okay, I'm taking this on now also. And then I do feel they would pay you for it. Either you stay there or you develop something also on your own, But also I could just see, I could also just see you're writing or having to do the stuff at home or on your own, or, you're taking time to do that, put it together. But it's very creative, very artistic. I definitely feel that it's something that is going to really open you up more, where you're like, oh, I love doing this, or I love putting this together. Because you do have quite a flair, quite a way with words also, and I feel like visually you're able to create a nice composition, and I feel like that for you is something very creative and very fulfilling.
Okay. So that sounds like I'm going towards the right direction then. It makes me feel good.
Yes, you are.
But my question too was, because we were supposed to renegotiate after 6 months. Like, with the climate that's going on, like, I don't even know if I should bring it up. We didn't get
I would just leave it for right now. I would just leave it for right now, and then see. They'll come to you. I don't feel like they're like trying to take advantage. I don't get that energy with them. It's like, again, there's a lot of confusion. This world crisis is bringing confusion, chaos for something new.
Right.
So, but I definitely feel you guys will be having a meeting. They may even ask you sooner than later to do what I'm talking about, because to bring in more business.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, thank you so much. You're always very helpful.
Welcome, Jen. Oh, good. Okay, take good care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hello, welcome to Awakenings. You're on air. On there. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I hear you. I hear static. Hello?
Oh, yes. Hi.
Oh, it's really low. So either you, and you've got to turn your the volume down or off. Yeah. Because I'm here. Hello? Or you can call back in because I could hear you. 661.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, so low. How come it's low?
I'm
in the chat. Can you hear her? You're welcome, like Kelly Lily.
Hello?
Who else is calling in? Having one on that. Crystal Bowles, call in. Love to get a reading. Call in, Crystal Bowles. Is that you? If you do want a reading, the number's 347-539-5122. Press 1 on your keypad. Because I see people in the queue. You got to press 1, and then the other person can call back in, I guess. Okay, it just dropped the call. Let's see. Is she coming in? Yeah, let's see. She's really low. She has to turn her volume up. Okay, like Calla Lily. Okay, let's see. Love to get a reading on the, okay, who's calling? Okay, questions, please press 1 on your keypad. Call-in numbers 347-539-5122. Let's see who this is. Okay, press 1. Doesn't always press. I'm pressing. Okay.
Hey.
Hello, welcome to Awakenings. You're on air.
Well, that was quick. This is Crystal Bowles, Gretna. This is Sue.
That was quick. Okay. Well, the other caller dropped. I don't know what happened. So let's see if they call in.
Do you need to go and try? Have you seen if she's come back
on? I don't know
on?
where they disappeared to. That's okay. You're in the queue.
Okay.
You got up there. So
I got through. I can't believe it.
You got through? Yeah.
No, I was wondering if you can pick up anything that's coming in the next couple of months. It's been such an up and down.
Up and down. Okay, give us your birth date.
10/1/56.
Okay. Oh, we're starting to get into the fall months now. Getting out of the spring, summer. We had all the spring, summer babies. Okay, got the.
In the fall, yes, I am.
Okay, so it seems like a setup, this cycle getting set up to work differently and also to do something more on your own. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I was ready to say I'm retiring. I'm out of here. I'm going to do my stuff.
Okay.
And they're
to
like,
do your stuff, because that's okay. Boy, that's what your soul, it's showing. The work feels fine for you. I feel like what it is like, and maybe it's going to be more next year, where there's kind of like this leap of faith, or you're doing less for this company and more for yourself.
Yeah, I'm working that way, yes.
Are you working that way? Okay, because that does seem to be, coming up a lot. Let's see. 5. Oh, yeah. So you're meant to work more project based. You know, even online project based, creative projects you come in, to do, collaborate with others. I think that this next shift is really going to be, this shakeup that's happening is allowing you to kind of shake up your mindset to work more creatively. And I always say with projects, there are those people that 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 8, whatever it is, consistently. Then those people, they're those people that can work 14 hours at something, and then they take a break, and then 2 hours or 6 hours, or for 3 months, oh gosh, we did 14-hour days or 12-hour days or whatever it is. And then either have a break or something new coming in. Now, why do I see a gong? I see this huge
a gong
around you energetically. And it's like this Tibetan monk. Looks like Tibetan, with an orange robe.
Well, I started
seeing
I've been seeing a Chinese medicine woman, and we've been working on acupuncture intensively because I had thrown out my hip not too long ago and couldn't even walk. But every time I go and sit there, I see this little man, in my third eye when she's working on
he's coming in the reading. He's coming in the reading, and he's very, he's got the little black shoes, Chinese, Tibetan or Chinese.
Well, see, and I see him in this gold metallic gown with all these white embossed letters on it. And it's just like, well, I want to ask her, is this somebody you know? Did you study under him?
Teacher or yours. Or yours. He's etheric. I also sometimes see him in a little hat. He's showing me different ways.
Mm-hmm.
He did live.
Yes.
He's not just other dimensional being. He did live in that time period. But okay, so maybe she's working with him, and she does. I don't know if she knows it or not, but he's coming through in your reading. He worked a lot also with. Must be Chinese because he's got the prayer wheel or whatever, the prayer thing. Prayer wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's also very much into maybe it's the Tai Chi, sound and movement. And he's saying slow movement. Like Tai Chi would be good for you. Maybe that's why he's coming through.
I got to slow down. Yeah, I've got to slow down. There's just the job has been stressful, very stressful, and they are hiring somebody. And now that's another type of stress where I'm going to have to get my stuff done and train this other person. And maybe in 6 months, close to 6 months, things will lessen up for me. And I'm hoping that will be down the road. And then it's like, okay, adios, see you later once I get her trained.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
so
yeah, he was real strong.
Well, I can see him now. I'm like, who is this? And the gong, and he's showing me like these, I think Tai Chi movement, this slow Qigong, I think it's Qigong movement, and figure eights. He's saying, do the figure eights.
Interesting.
To loosen the hips up. But he's not waiting for the duration. So you got yourself a guide there because, boy, he came right in.
Move with the gong with my crystal bowls because I'm wowed away with how people work with the gongs, the big gongs. I've had an experience with them, and it's just like, that would be a next thing to learn to go with my bowls.
Well, that might be something you're going to do, and then tap into this being. Is you're integrating using the gong. But I see a lot with movement, and they use it for healing. Like he's showing me like gonging and then letting it reverberate through the body. That it loosens things up.
I could see that.
So get your Qigong on. Move your. I'm moving my finger.
No, that is that is next. So, okay. I feel really good about what's coming.
Good.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for affirming what I saw.
I'm glad. I mean, it's coming step by step, and you saw it. You saw and also with a guy. Who knew? I'm like, who's in the meeting now? Okay, Blue. Qigong.
I'll pick that up starting tomorrow because I need to do it with the hips and stuff.
Yeah,
thank you, Michele.
I'm doing it right now. It feels good. Yeah, just do a little Qigong. You can look on YouTube or just do the hip circles, figure eights with the hips. That's going to open everything up. Just gentle, though. Slowly, he says. Very slowly. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, big hug. Big hug.
Thank you. Same here. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, trying to get going for the next caller now. Hello, welcome to Awaken. Yeah, if you're in the chat, the call-in number is 347-539-5122. Press 1 on the keypad. Hello, and welcome to Awakenings. You're on air.
thank you. I called back. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can. So much better.
Oh, great. Great. Oh, great. Yeah, this is Elizabeth, and my birthday is Hi. My birthday is August 2nd, 1952.
Second, okay. Yeah, much better sound.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm calling you by Skype, so I'm in another country. So, yes, I'm in Ecuador. Yes, I messaged you before. It was on your recommendation that I had left the States, and I've been here for a while now. So do you want to do a general? Yeah. So do you want to do a general reading for me, or do you want me to ask you a specific question?
Well, we're looking at the cycle that you're in. Okay, so you come in 55. The energy that you're in right now is the 5. Let's see, 10. Do you have a question?
Well, yeah. I'm right now. I'm working on a memoir, and I'm thinking about. And is that perfect? Great. And I'm sort of starting a business, but the business, I'm more feeling like I'm kind of visioning it and going in some different directions with it, rather than going full force with it right now. It seems like the memoir is kind of my main focus, and also possibly doing some other studying to kind of incorporate with this business that I'm thinking of doing. So how does that seem?
Yeah.
It seems like
what it seems like is the business is going to be, it comes in and it comes out of your sphere. I think there's more planning is what I'm hearing. The book, the memoir, writing or anything more project-based this year. It's going to be next year, maybe mid, but could be more likely to the third quarter, fourth quarter, where you start separating out or making some decisions. Like, okay, I did this enough. I'm going to do this now, or I'm going to incorporate this. Right now, what is you're just to open up to the fullness of you, of your creativity, and follow that. You might do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You might feel like, oh, I'm doing this now, writing this, or no, now I'm doing this. Or it's not really decision-making time. That's going to come more next year, where you see, oh, this keeps coming up, or I really want to focus on this, or I've moved. Because I feel multiple projects around you.
Oh, perfect. That's how I'm feeling. Perfect? It feels like the memoir, but also now I'm talking to some people that might want me to help them to with some marketing and webinar assistance, and so yeah, that's so great.
Perfect. See, what you do just into everything, because it's also connecting you to different people. You're widening your sphere, what we call your sphere of experience, and then from that you get your sphere of influence. So I also feel like somehow you're going to have just more information about what's available, is what I'm hearing, what's available, what's possible, and what you really want to do more next year. So yeah, you're going to do a lot of different things. It's all kind of blending. And it'll be more in alignment or more in some kind of pattern for you that you can identify and organize more next year. Because I just see a lot of different opportunities around you. I don't see just one thing that you're doing. And I do see new people around you. I see a lot of new people coming into your life, through some of these projects. Some of it with music. There's something with like a play or a concert.
Oh, that's
that you're
great.
Going to be.
Because
Go ahead.
I was a singer before, but now that I was a jazz singer, but now that I'm in Ecuador, I've been wanting to get more into Latin American music and go. So that's very exciting.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Because music is like.
Okay, that's coming back into your life in a big way. I even see some like, I even see some like outdoor. It looks like a even next year. I feel people are distanced, socially. Well, I don't call it social distance, physical distance. But I see it's like a square or a town square, but there's a patch of glass. And it's warm, and I see chairs out, and different people are performing, or you go there. I don't know how you find it, if it's online or somebody puts a flyer or something, but you hear about this and you go there. But there is going to be an opportunity, I feel, for you to perform. And like I said, it feels like it could be a play. There's an orchestra, there's band member, there's people behind. I don't know if it's like a talent show, what it is. If different people are going up, because I see some people have like paper, like they're reading the words, and then somebody else goes up. But then there's also singing back and forth. So there's something it's quite lovely though. It could be just a troupe or group that puts these on, and then you can audition or sign up for it, and then then you can join in and do. But I definitely see, it almost reminds me of an opera in a way, because I definitely see people like, or play, there's a story. So maybe it's some kind of creative group that you find, that do plays and musical, singing, performance, entertainers, performance art, entertaining.
Cool, that's wonderful. And like you were talking about the third and fourth quarter before, so is that of this year or next year?
Next year. I thought maybe spring, but it might be a little bit later. Because I feel like you're going to have, again, all these different options, opportunities, projects, that you're kind of just answering the call, like, oh, I can do that, or I'll do that, or that was interesting. It's only till next year where you start saying, okay, I'm going to do more of this, less of this, or something winds out, and then something else takes key precedence. That becomes the one that's more foundational, or the base of what you do. But you definitely, you definitely have this creative, artistic aspect, and you're good, on your own, weaving into different groups. So I feel like this kind of world crisis opportunity is giving you that opportunity and ability to weave into different groups and be okay with that. Like, okay, I have this group for this group for that. Or I was with this group for a while, or they're lovely, and now I met someone else and they introduced me to this group, whether it's a spiritual group or a meditation or entertainment, performing arts group. You come in with this energy of kind of weaving into these different groups, depending on your interests.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely been happening for me online during all of this different.
Okay. Well, your soul is loving it, Elizabeth. Your soul is loving it because of all the connections.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of it is as an observer, and so I'm ready to be participating more. But for sure, this is, cool. Yeah.
Well, and even observer is fine because you're getting the vibrational frequency. Just being around that energy, you're getting more steeped in that vibrational frequency, and then it's able to come out of you more, right? To connect with that part of you that is like this, right?
Right. Cool. And the thing is the planets Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. Right now they're in my ninth house, but next year they're going to be in my 10th house. So this all makes sense, I guess. That.
Well, the ninth is where we work on our beliefs, our ideas also, and being helped to believe. Yeah, and the 10th house is where we actualize it. So it's perfect. Right. Yeah, you're in a perfect spot. Great, Elizabeth. Well, thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much. You too. Take care.
Okay, take good care. Okay, that was great. Okay, we got enough time for another caller. I think one more. Hello, welcome. You're on air.
Hi, Michelle. This is Athena.
Hey, Athena, you made it.
I said, man, I wish I had called in today, and I just went on ahead and did it. Something's like, go ahead and call in, but I'm a winter baby.
Oh, yes, okay, good. We had a little spring, or more summer, I guess. Summer? Well, end of spring, 6-5. Oh, 5, 11, that's spring. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Okay. Complete. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. We needed the winter. This is good. Okay. All right. What's your birthday?
January 2nd, 1978.
January 2nd. Okay. So this cycle comes pretty quick around the year. Okay. 1, 2, right? Another 47 coming into that. Okay, so this is a lot about spiritual. Okay, the guides understanding your destiny, what you're meant to do. This is a big focus for you this year.
Wow.
Just understanding your destiny, what you're here to do. Yeah. And how to live more from that. So you may feel that you're freeing up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
More next year. So next year is a lot about reevaluation, but yeah, where you fit into the scheme of things, your spirit, connecting to your spirit, your spirituality. This is a big time. Where do you fit in the world? How do you fit in? Yeah. This is a big question. That's what your soul is wanting you to focus on.
Oh, wow.
And it has a lot to do. Yeah, it has a lot to do with your gifts. So it's more about understanding your spiritual nature. So all of this like, why is this happening? How can I help out? Does my mindset really make a difference, or my beliefs, or how I respond to someone? So you're going to be seeing yourself more and feeling yourself, the energy of you more energetically, like, I made that person's day. I just listened to them a minute, or I said hi, or we talked in the grocery line, or something. I feel like it's going to be very small, everyday, mundane things to the larger things. See, the bottom line, common sense is, well, if I could make a difference in someone's life that I just meet at the gas station, the market, or walking, or whatever,
right?
Then why wouldn't I make a difference in the big picture? So you're really going to be contemplating this, and I just feel it's a lot about your spirit, yourself as a spiritual essence with a soul, and your spiritual path. Maybe even higher mind psychologically, like the philosophy that you live by, well, I live this way, I believe this way because this is what works for me, or this is what I've seen. There are miracles.
Yeah.
There is magic. I believe that because I've experienced it.
Yeah.
That makes sense at all?
It makes a lot of sense because I'm always questioning it, and just growing up, I've always been taught you shouldn't question things, especially when it came to religion. And now, I just find myself like, I started running in the morning, early in the morning when it's still dark. So I enjoy looking at the stars, and just I'm always wondering, like, what's beyond what I can't see. And that's really, where was I before I incarnated in this lifetime, and just my past lifetimes, and what I am meant to learn. And so that's just really been harnessing on my heart a lot. So I've been, it makes a lot of sense.
That's your whole focus right now, and all of this unrest, all of this confusion, the chaos before the new order and creation comes in, is giving you the time to do that, is also giving you examples to look at. Like, what does this mean? What do I mean? Where do I, what can I do? What am I here to do? What fulfills me? What brings me true joy and happiness? So yes, this is the time totally for you to dive into that.
How do I focus? I have my hand in so many different things, and it's like I enjoy painting, I enjoy sketching, but then, I have my work and research and things that I do, and so it's just kind of hard to balance all of that, I guess. Just
balance by what you want to do. Sometimes you do a lot, and sometimes you do less, right?
Yeah.
But your soul likes doing all of it, You're very creative.
It does.
You come in, so that's it. If you do something 5-10 minutes, that's fine. If you do something longer, that's fine. But just let your soul. You're having this human experience. So sometimes you want to do more of one thing, less of the other, or you balance it all out. You do 10 things. Sometimes you do 7 things. Sometimes 2 things or 5 things. You see. So the mind wants to. Now I do this. Now I do that, or I'm a this, or I'm a that. But the soul just does it all when it wants to do it. It's just like a child.
Yep, that's true.
Right? So, so you're going back to that way of being. This is your chance that makes sense. Connect. Because that's you come in under, a 32.5. So that's a lot of creative energy. You're meant to do multiple things, multiple projects, multiple interests, and balance it out. Wow. You're meant to focus on your one of your soul expressions is your self-expression, your creativity. So you're reconnecting to that. That's also the way that you, Athena, connect into your spirit. You feel connected to your spirit. So it's in a way, it's kind of a form of religion for you, or religious or spiritual practice when you're doing these creative things, or however you're showing up. It's another way of you right? Another way of you communing with spirit.
It feels that way. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I totally agree. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So don't limit it. Just let it be and enjoy it. You can manage it.
I will. Awesome. Thank you. And I'm going to check out your website, too, your Patreon.
Oh, very cool. Yes, do. Please. Yes. I'm going to remind people. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. We're at our first meeting this Saturday. Okay, bye. But it's ongoing. Okay, take care. Bye.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, good point. So, the Patreon. Oops, how do I turn this off? You go to patreon.com, put my name in, Michele Meiche, or Soul Awakening with Michele Meiche. There's different tiers. There's the Soul Tribe if you just want to be a part of the community and get some of the updates. And then my channeling and oversoul work and updates will be through the Soul Seeker, Soul Path Seeker. And then if you want a more personal journey, or we meet up once a month, and I give certain processes and exercises, soul growth work, that's the Soul Path Journey with Michele. So, Vitality, thank you so much. Yes, everyone is a major transformation and awakening. I love it. Thank you all for being here and co-creating this with me, and really appreciate all of your beautiful, radiant, creative, heartfelt energy. I love hearing how you're all doing on the path and how you're unfolding. It's just so exciting. So rewarding, fulfilling, and it's just exciting to hear, what everybody's doing and how you're giving your messages and your own flowering and unfolding. So join me also on Instagram and Facebook. Come by, hang out on Instagram. I do post there as well. And, of course, on my YouTube channel also. You guys are so awesome. Lots of love and light. You're so welcome, Crystal Molescott. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for really being so supportive and grounding the energy. Appreciate you all so much. So, as always, continue to shine your light, share your insights, and, of course, keep awake.
Awakenings broadcasts every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Pacific Time. Archive shows available on iTunes. For continued awakened conversations and insights, join the Awakenings group on Facebook. And check out Michelle's blog at soulplayground.com. And keep awake.